Hello everyone, I'd like to talk to you about Rubistar, which is a website that I found, and I've actually been using it for quite a while. It's a wonderful way to create a rubric very quickly, and you obviously can save it to your desktop or to your computer to be used for future times. So let's get started. First of all, I've done a Google search for Rubistar, and now I'm going to go and click on the website. Okay, when you come into this website, you can create a login, which is over on the right side here. But you do not have to. That's one of the great things that I like about it. It's very quick and easy to use. Then what you want to do is you can go down and there is a list of templates that you can use. I tend to go to multimedia, but obviously you can click on any of them and take a look at what they have to offer. When I click on multimedia, all of them show up really, so you can look at all the different types of rubrics that are already created for you. What I like to tend to use is the multimedia project template, so I click on that. Then here it does tell you there's a warning that you have 40 minutes before the page expires, so you want to kind of create it, but I'm going to show you how quick it takes. It doesn't take very much time to do it. So I'm going to come right down here and get started with my rubric information. Put Mr., put my name, and sometimes I don't put my first name, I just put my last name if you don't want to do that for your kids or your teachers. In this case, I'm just going to use something that I'm working on now, which is the Genius Hour, and I'll type that in. Okay, it does ask for your zip code, and that's just so that they know, what areas are really using Rubistar. So I always put in the school zip code. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. I leave mine as temporary rubrics, but you can leave it as a permanent rubric. I use them as temporary, just because I usually will just save the rubric once I'm done, and then I don't have to come back into rubric or into Rubistar and find my rubric. All right, so now we're down to the creating and editing your rubric, and basically what you do is there's this category, there's scores of 4, 3, 2, and 1, and what you do is you're going to choose a category. To start off, I'm going to start off with like a rough draft. So if you wanted a rough draft for a project that your kids were doing, you would click on that and it automatically fills in each category for you. So 4 would be, the rubric was brought in on a due date, the students shared with the peers and got feedback. Now you can change each of these boxes if you like, or obviously it creates just one that's a little bit lower for level 3, which means it brought it in, made a little bit of editing, and then provides feedback, didn't turn it in on time, and so on. So after you're done with that one, you move down a little bit and you can choose another one. So in case if it's a presentation, we'll click on presentation. You can see that it's well rehearsed, it's smooth delivery, and again you can add to these, you can change them if you'd like, and it gives you the 4, 3, 2, and 1 score, and basically you just continue to choose which ones. Organization you can use, and as you're going down you'll notice that I can keep on clicking different, the originality, the content itself, how good the content was, and honestly you can just keep on going as far as you'd like. Now I'm going to stop there, but you'll notice how there's a lot more areas that can be chosen. But as you get down to the bottom you'll see submit, so go ahead and click on submit. It does ask you actually for a first and last name. That must be something they changed. So I'll add that in this one. Just put my first name in here first. All right, now we'll try it again. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and we're going to hit submit. Okay, once you submit, now you can go back and modify the rubric if you don't like it, but it also shows you kind of an idea of what it will look like when it's saved as an Excel spreadsheet or a document, a based document, if you will. But right there I have 4 different areas, and I have a score of a top score of 4 and a low score of 1, lowest score. Down at the bottom, now you can make it available online. You can print it if you'd like, or what I like to do is download. Once I download, you can again still print your rubric. You can create an offline browser document, or what again I like to do is download it as an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on that, and it is downloading as we speak. I'm going to click to open it up. Once it comes up, it says, do you trust this? It might be a corrupt file, so make sure your source is, trusted. I say yes, of course, because I know it's a trusted site. And then here is, as a Word or an Excel spreadsheet, my rubric. Now the great thing about this is I can still make changes to it if I'd like, but what I tend to do is go up to File, and I do a little Save As, so that I can have this for future reference. And I just give it a name, and since I gave the title Genius Hour, I'm going to do that again. Alright, and I'm going to save it, and it will ask you, do you want to keep these format? And I say yes, and then I'm going to close it out, And you'll notice when I minimize this screen that our Genius Hour document is right there. So that's as simple as it was. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it out. I think it's a great site.